Okay, so cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs. So I half watched it, but I was like doing other stuff, but then I got kind of distracted by the movie and started watching it.
Distracted by the movie you're supposed to be watching? Wouldn't it be the other way around?
No.
Okay.
I
actually watched this movie a lot when I was a little kid, so I had memories of it, but I didn't remember the full plot or anything. But I did not remember it having such a good cast. There's actually some big names in this cast, which is very shocking.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man was in it.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire, fucking Jeff Goldblum, Alec Baldwin. That's pretty much it, but still, that's 3 big names in a shitty B movie.
I remember, I think it was in kindergarten or grade 1. At school, they projected this movie in the gym. That's all I really remember.
Okay. Oh, this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I only ever watched this when I was in preschool or whatever. Or no, not preschool. I was older than that. But I remembered the thing with the factory, and I remember that they were secret agents, and I had a really specific memory of the scene where the trash can dog comes up out of the ground. I remembered that, and I remembered the end with the factory and everything.
I didn't remember anything about this movie.
I also remembered that they made the mouths move with CG, and now that I'm older, it is fucking awful. It is so bad.
What? I thought it looked good.
Are you serious?
And then there was times they were so lazy they didn't even bother. They just didn't show the mouths. And even if they did, they didn't care.
It was just the fact that they were making the dogs and the cats and stuff have human expression was just so bad looking. And then sometimes it was weird because it was a combination of puppets, CG, and actual animals. And you could always tell.
This came out in 2001 or 2002?
It was 2001.
Looks pretty good for 2001.
Yeah, I guess. I just wish that they didn't do that. I don't need to see the mouth moving. As long as I know which animal is talking, it's fine.
I think of this more... Oh, I didn't give this movie enough credit, because in my mind I'm like, oh, it's going to be a garbage movie. Why the hell would they pick this? And then I watch it, I'm like, oh, they got some good jokes. And then it dawned on me, this is written by adults, so... Yeah, no wonder the writing might not be garbage.
Yeah, there was some stuff in it that made me laugh, admittedly, but, honestly, I think Jeff Goldblum is the highlight of the whole movie, because he, really sells his character.
I thought the number 1 henchman for the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Because he just doesn't care that that's his boss.
Yeah.
And I love that. Everyone else is, scared of him, but he's like, whatever, man.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. The henchman boss cat had some good, one-liners, too.
I like how in his final scene, it's you stay here. What? Why? Because I hate you. And then locks him in with the fire. And I was like, what? That came out of nowhere.
I know. That made me sad. I was like, no! He's, the best character!
I thought it was hilarious. I loved it.
There was a lot of, weird stuff in this movie, too. Just, not even, inconsistencies, but just, weird things that I noticed. How when they're in the room where, everything is on fire, they didn't even, try to make it a believable fire. It was just the edges of the room were on fire. Nothing in the middle.
Well, it'd block your shot.
It was they didn't care.
No, they cared just enough.
I guess so.
But also, this is a children's movie?
I mean, yeah, but the fire started in the middle of the room, and then it was just on the edges. After that, it wasn't even on the desk where it started. There's also, an interesting fact, I wanted to know where the lead actor in this ended up, the little kid, and he's a realtor now. He never acted in anything else.
Interesting. I wonder why. I wonder if him being in that movie was hey, are you busy this weekend? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he just like, I mean, it's like a kid actor, so I get it,
Yeah,
but he
but
really didn't sell me.
oh no, I thought he looked familiar. I'm like, oh, he's that kid actor, but maybe all boys look the same.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I looked him up. I was like, I feel like I've seen this kid in something else, but no, he's never acted
Well,
in anything else.
he's generic boy.
Yeah, just generic kid boy.
It's perfect.
There's something else I like had in mind to say about this movie, and I can't think of what it was now, but like just the whole thing was so like unbearable.
What are you talking about? I thought it was actually an okay movie.
Really? I remembered it
Yeah.
being way better, so maybe that's why it was like really bad to me.
Well, I guess for me, going into it, I thought this was going to be garbage, and I was like, oh, this is better than garbage.
Okay, that because I remembered like having a fun time watching this movie when I was a little kid, and now I guess that I'm not a little kid. It just is like, oh, when is this gonna be over?
Well, yeah, I felt like as I was watching it, I was like, oh, hang on, this movie's still going?
Yeah, right?
But
Like,
then again, I'm not the demographic, so...
it also, like, it bothered me a lot that they tried to, like, bring ancient Egypt into it, and they're like, oh, everybody thinks that ancient Egypt thought cats were sacred, but
That's great!
Actually, the cats were evil. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like
that was awesome. They have this whole lore set up.
I thought it
world
was
building.
It made me so angry. I'm like, all right, the cats are evil. I get it. You don't have to give it fucking lore. Kids are gonna think that this is real, and they're gonna go into their kindergarten. They're gonna be like, actually, it was the cats who made the humans like them. So
you have to, because this movie was pro dog.
But they don't need to, like, go into fucking ancient history to defend it. Like, the dogs...
Absolutely.
The
you can't
dogs
just have
had
cats being evil
gear.
It was awesome.
Well, okay, so you're saying you can't just have the cats be evil for no reason, but what reason did they have to be evil in ancient Egypt? That doesn't give them a motive?
Hey, their reasons are lost in time.
Okay.
Some mysteries, maybe they're not meant to be solved.
Alright, sure. You know what? I'm willing to accept that with the rest of this bullshit movie.
10 out of 10. I'm ready for the sequel.
There is a sequel.
I'm pumped. Let's watch it now.
No. No, you can have somebody else watch that one with you.
How could you do this to me? I've never been so betrayed.
I think I have actually seen the sequel, but I remembered... Oh, by the way, this is kind of a tangent, but... The fucking racism cats.
I saw that because I just saw like I did see a thumbnail the other day. It was showing from I think Aristocrats, and it was like 10 racist thing Disney got away with, and then this came up, and I was like,
is it
Disney? Racist? No, well, no, because there was in the thumbnail for the video that I saw, it showed a cat from Aristocats.
Right.
And so then I was thinking, like, well, is it racist? Because ninjas do come from Japan, and...
Yeah, but here's the thing. They're ninjas, but they're Siamese cats, but they have Chinese accents.
Do they have Chinese accents?
It's racism.
Okay, check this out. In 2001, racism didn't exist to children. At least where I live, that was not a thing in our world. It was, hey, this is a funny Disney joke. Haha, good times. High five. Let's trade Pokemon.
You got me there. Racism didn't exist in 2001.
It didn't. Never heard of it. I don't even know what racism is.
In 2018, that's a problem. If this was 2001, I would let it slide. But... this is the modern era, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put you in jail.
So, if these Asian cats are racist, what about the Russian cat? Is he racist?
No.
Why?
And here's why.
I'm ready.
Russian people actually act like that.
Whoa, and you call this movie racist?
No, here's why. Because Russian people are white.
Terrorists? With bombs? What?
That's a you situation. I
Whoa,
didn't
no,
say anything
listen,
to
the
that.
only time we saw the Russian cat, he was planting bombs and
That's
killing
true.
people. And you're saying Russians act like this. So, who's the racist now?
All right, that was a joke. I'm just gonna clear the air right now. Let you know that was satire.
So were these Asian cats.
Yeah.
They were doing a parody of a parody.
A parody of Asian people? That's racist.
No. A parody of a parody. Of the Ricky Mooney in that Breakfast at Tiffany's. They were making fun of that guy.
I've never seen that movie, so it's racist.
That's not how it works.
Pretty sure it's how it works. So
check this out. You ready?
Okay.
This movie is pro-dog. That's racist.
What one?
This movie is all pro-dog. They're like, oh, dogs are the good guys the whole time. There's not one good cat.
Well, didn't, like, the second in command cat kind of become good at the end?
I don't remember what happened to him.
I mean, he got locked in the flame room, and then, like, he got saved, and he was, like, helping arrest the mice, I think?
I thought he got arrested.
I don't know.
Either way, he was a bad cat.
Oh, another thing that I wanted to say about the production quality of this. In the scene, like, where they're telling the mice, oh, you're gonna get all this fucking cheese or whatever, and they're cheering.
And Australia!
Like, yeah, and Australia, and the entire continent of Australia for some reason. They used the same shot of, like, the mice cheering and clapping twice in a row, just mirrored.
Well, they kind of blew their budget on the mice.
You keep, like, cutting in and out for me.
That's Discord. Discord has never worked as long as I lived.
Interesting.
It's
okay.
Let's go back to Skype. You know what? I'm gonna give you my MSN Messenger, and we'll use that.
Yeah. Hit me on AIM.
I've never used AIM.
I never used AIM either. I used Skype. No. I started with MSN actually.
I think AIM is an old person joke.
Yeah. Wait, how old are you?
I turned 26 this month.
Oh shit. You're a lot older. Well, not a lot older than me, but I'm 21, so.
Oh man, blackjack.
Alright. Kathleen got jokes.
I got all the jokes. Now,
so yeah, anyway, they used the same shot of the mice mirrored, and I thought it was really funny. That's it.
I thought it was really weird how they had, like, a bully teacher.
A bully teacher?
Am I confusing this with Air Bud? Hang on.
I think you are, because I don't think there was, like, even a school scene.
No, but they had a bully to coach, because they were like, oh, how was tryouts?
Oh,
like,
that!
The coach said girl tryouts on Monday.
Yeah. Like...
Now, like, that was, and, like, the kind of thing they say in Air Bud, like, those kind of lines, they, I guess, were a lot more prevalent in that era of film.
Yeah.
But now it's like you can't do anything anymore without getting in trouble, really.
Yeah, I mean, I also feel like it's very rare for, like, teachers to actually say things like that.
Well, at least in real life, yeah, you get in big trouble.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've had, like, shitty teachers who were, like, terrible to students, but they didn't, like, make, like, direct comments like that.
Maybe it was their lack of action was more than enough.
Yeah. You tell them.
Yeah, I'm dropping some elementary school traumas. We're getting real on the Fancast.
Oh my god, okay, if we're talking about elementary school traumas, there's one time I was in 5th grade, and I was on the wrong
Just the one time you were in 5th grade?
Yeah, this was a one-time thing. Isolated event. I was so fucking smart that they moved me straight to high school. Anyway, tangent.
Oh, man.
I digress. I was in 5th grade, first day, only day I was ever there, and I was on the wrong page of the science textbook.
Yep.
And I don't know how my 5th grade teacher fucking knew this, but she but she walked over and she like violently flipped me to the right page and she went, "Great job! Your mother, the science teacher, would be so proud of you." And I have no fucking clue how she knew my mom was a science teacher, but
Well, all teachers know teachers.
I guess that's fair. But like, that was so like fucking humiliating for me because I didn't know what the page was, and she just did that for the whole class.
One of my things was in high school, my English teacher asked, "So what do you think this poem means?" And so I gave my answer because she wanted my opinion.
Right.
"Well, you're wrong." "Then why did you ask for my opinion if I'm wrong?"
Yeah, your opinion, actually, it's bullshit. Fuck you.
Oy. Well, that's enough of our elementary school segment. Now back to our featured program of cats versus dogs.
Actually, it's cats and dogs. I
What?
got that wrong.
Oh,
I thought it was cats versus dogs because the cats are versus the dogs, but it's called cats and dogs.
The poster would lead you to believe otherwise.
I mean, yeah.
They're facing off.
What else?
But yeah, it was an okay movie.
Yeah, it wasn't like terrible. There's definitely worse movies. I just like can't stand the fucking CG mouth movements. It just drives me nuts.
Oh man, get ready for Air Buddies in space.
What makes you think I'm ever gonna watch that movie?
Next time on the Fancast.
Okay, I gotta go.
Well, I do have a question though.
Okay.
This was a movie written by adults, so my question is, what does it take to convince an adult to make a movie like this? Like, do you think that, like, hey, this is the story I want to tell? Or did someone say, hey, can you, like, take this idea and make a movie out of it and I'll pay you? But, like, yeah, it's a paycheck, but is it fulfilling? It's a children's movie, so my question is, do people enjoy making things for children?
I think so, yeah. There are definitely people who enjoy making things for children, but I feel like those things are of a lot higher quality than this. Like, Sesame Street is very good. People who do that have an obvious passion for it.
I wonder if this is something I should ask the Aquabats, because often I think about, like, this is, like, kids' songs, but adults listen to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the music is also really, really good. So, I don't know. This movie is not really, really good, so...
Well, what would you rate this movie out of 10?
Oof. So, I'm gonna have to give this movie 4 dog bones out of 10. My reasoning, CG mouths drive me crazy. Story was really typical and predictable. But Jeff Goldblum did a good job. He's the highlight of the movie. He sells his character very well. Tobey Maguire, always love listening to his voice. There were some good jokes, but ultimately not a movie I would watch again, and not something I would ever force somebody to watch because it just was not enjoyable enough to ever watch again. And
I guess the irony in that statement was the only way that I would get you on this show was if I watched this movie.
Yeah.
And you said you would not force this movie upon anyone.
Not after having seen it again, no. I hadn't seen it in many, many years. See, that's the difference between the Ben of then and the Ben of now. The Ben of then thought, I have a nostalgia for this movie, let's watch this movie. And also, it was the only movie I could think of with dogs in it. But
an hour and a half later, he became a little bit older, a little bit wiser.
Yeah. See, now I'm a seasoned adult. I understand that this movie is not really entertaining or good. So, no, I wouldn't make anybody watch this.
I guess the big dog rating for this movie is about 10, because I think there was about 10 dogs in this movie.
That's, Were
Thankfully,
there?
this was not like the big cat cast because I don't know how many cats were in this movie.
There were like more than 10 cats, I think.
Oh, there was loads of cats. I didn't even want to count them. I didn't ten.
Yeah.
I think there's about at least 10 dogs
Well, main
minimum.
character dogs, no. But
No, but 10
there's.
dogs in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah, there's more than 10 dogs in the whole movie.
All right.
Because remember when they had that, like, council meeting? There was
Oh
tons of dogs.
yeah. Okay, so there's like 20 dogs in this movie.
Yeah, and also even if you just, like, count the Doberman puppies at the beginning plus the main cast, I think that's already more than 10.
Okay, so there's like 30 dogs in this movie.
I don't think there's 30 dogs in this movie, but there's more than 10.
There's a lot of dogs in this movie. This movie gets a big dog rating of a big dog.
Okay.
Thanks for
Well,
coming on the Fancast. We'll be sure to watch the sequel next week.
hey, I
It's gonna be
actually died, so I can't watch it.
live.
Sorry.
Oh well,
Life comes
I
at
guess.
you fast. Um, dogs come at you faster when you have a steak in your hand. Thanks for
Deep
coming.
thoughts.
Thanks for coming to my podcast. I'll see you next week where we're gonna talk about Ferris Bueller's Big Day and why Ferris is actually just the other
think-
kid's imaginary friend.
I
Thank
think you're
you.
just mashing titles with Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Baby's Big Day Out.
Wait, what did I say?
Ferris Bueller's Big Day.
No, that's a sequel. That's a sequel to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. See, Ferris Bueller
Oh.
existed in the first one, but in the
Yep.
sequel, see, there's like a limbo period between the two movies where he died in a tragic accident, so then he becomes the imaginary friend because his friend can't cope with the loss of his best friend. It's like a really big like lore thing. It gets into like, psychology and like mental illness. It's really interesting, and we're gonna go over that theory next time on the Big Dogs Fancast with me. I'm your new host. Thanks, Kathleen. You're canceled. So
Oh
thanks
shit.
everybody for tuning in. Peace, bros. I didn't copy that from PewDiePie.
Oh gosh, PewDiePie. Gosh, PewDiePie.